Every year, thousands of foreigners land in America already convinced they know what to expect. They've heard it 100 times. It's overhyped. It's all marketing. You'll be disappointed. Some of them even say it to the camera minutes before they land, half joking, half serious, ready to be proven right. And then something happens. The plane touches down. The doors open. And within hours, sometimes within minutes, that confidence starts to crack. It's not one moment. It's a chain reaction. A car ride that feels wrong in the best way. A grocery store that doesn't seem to end. A stranger who stops what they're doing just to help. A landscape that makes an entire tour bus go silent. One by one, the assumptions people packed in their suitcase get left behind somewhere on the road. Today, we're going to walk through exactly how that happens. Not through opinions, not through arguments online, but through real, unscripted reactions from people who walked in as skeptics and walked out as believers. We're going to go step by step: technology, scale, convenience, nature, people, and culture, because that's the actual order in which most visitors get won over. Stick around, because what happens in the middle of this video is the moment that changes the most minds. And by the end, you'll understand why so many people end up saying the exact same thing. America isn't overhyped. It's underestimated. If you're new here, this channel breaks down real reactions and real culture. No filter, no agenda. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss where this goes, because this is only the beginning of the story. Most people arrive with a specific picture already in their head. Big cars, big roads, big gadgets. That part they expect. What they don't expect is how far ahead the everyday technology actually feels, not in a lab, not in a showroom, but in ordinary, daily use.
Guys, we're in San Francisco and we're gonna take a self-driving car for the first time. It's called a Waymo. Oh my god. Should I sit in the front? Yeah. Go. Whoa. Heading to on. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's insane. Anyways, we're here. That was a pretty good first time experience. What is it gonna do? Is it just gonna okay. Bye, Waymo.
It's counting down inside 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Car is reserved for the next rider. They found their next victim. Bye.
I am with Kalani and Sav, and we're driving this. He's not even driving. How is this even like? Look. What is going on? This is so, for an English man, this is so.
So wait, so look, so it already knows where the stop signs are.
So this will literally.
It'll get us there and park us.
What?
You can watch it.
You were not even going to drive?
No.
For a lot of visitors, this is the first real crack in the overhyped theory. They grew up hearing that American technology was just marketing hype out of Silicon Valley, a highlight reel built for headlines and stock prices. Then they experience it firsthand, in an ordinary setting, next to ordinary commuters running ordinary errands, and something shifts. This isn't a staged demo built for cameras. This is just a normal Tuesday for the person sitting next to them. And it's not only the car itself. It's the realization that innovation here doesn't live behind glass in a museum exhibit. It lives on the street, in the driveway, in the parking lot of a grocery store. That contrast between what they were told to expect and what's quietly sitting in front of them is exactly the kind of moment that makes people stop scrolling and start rethinking everything else they assumed about this country. If technology is the first crack in the wall, the grocery store is where the whole thing comes down.
Guys, we have made it to Grand Rapids! And we are going to experience our first ever Maya. Let's get inside! Mate, it's massive! Look at the size of it! This is mental.
Family owned, 1934.
Welcome to Maya.
It's even bigger on the inside. It's like a TARDIS.
Isn't it? I will say, this fruit looks good, mate. Look how fresh it looks! What even is that?
A Pokemon.
A purple cow. Let's find out.
Mate, it's ice cream.
Ice cream?
You just help yourself?
I think you can. Get one. Scooperman ice cream.
What flavour's Scooperman?
What are you doing? What do you mean?
It's my ice cream.
It's good ice cream, this.
Right.
It's mine now.
How American is this?
What?
These cookies, mate.
Oh.
Are you joking?
Oh, mate.
Who's made them? Willy Wonka?
That's going to go well with my ice cream.
That's heavy, that. There's 3 cookies in there.
We're getting some. I'm sorry, look at the actual size of this milk.
Who needs milk, man?
I've got a big head, and that's bigger than my head, mate. They even do clothes here, but I've noticed something incredible. Look what it is. It's my team.
No, we're green, mate.
Go blue.
We're green.
Go blue.
Mate, they've got a mechanical horse.
What?
1 cent.
That's cheap, that.
Can you ride it?
I don't know. Mate, you should ride it.
No one's riding that.
Off to the produce section. Let's go.
What makes these reactions so powerful isn't just the size of the store. It's the disbelief written across the visitor's face in real time. Many of these travelers come from countries where a big supermarket fits into the space of a single American aisle. So when they step through the doors of a warehouse-style store for the first time, their brain genuinely struggles to process what it's looking at. Shelves that stretch farther than they can see. Multi-packs built for families of 10. A single aisle dedicated entirely to snacks. It's easy to laugh this off as just an internet trend, foreigners filming big stores for views. But look closer, and there's something deeper happening in almost every one of these clips. It's not an exaggeration for the camera. It's a genuine recalibration of scale, the same recalibration that happens with the roads, the portions, and the landscapes later in this list. Visitors keep discovering that the word big means something different in America than it does back home. And once that clicks, they start looking at everything else through a new lens. For someone used to narrow European streets or crowded city transit systems, American infrastructure built entirely around the car feels almost like science fiction. It's not that the roads themselves are objectively better in some abstract sense. It's the sheer convenience quietly built into everyday life that catches people off guard.
Thanks so much. You're welcome.
Miss, here's your food. Is something wrong?
This could feed a whole family.
I think they made a mistake.
Why?
I have chicken in my waffle. I'm sorry. I have chicken in my waffle.
Yeah, that's the dish.
Thank you. Bro, these are so good.
Again and again, in ways they never thought to film until they saw it in person. Order coffee without leaving your seat. Bank without leaving your seat. Fill a prescription without leaving your seat. Pick up dinner without leaving your seat. To someone visiting from a country where these errands mean parking, walking, and standing in line multiple times a day, watching an entire afternoon of tasks get handled from behind a steering wheel feels less like a life.
I have finally made it to a Buc-ee's. Look how many petrol pumps they have here. I think there's definitely over 100, but we're at Buc-ee's. Let's go inside. Me and my mate Bucky just gonna pop to the petrol station and get a deep fat fryer, as you do. This place is huge. They sell water shoes, and we're gonna float down the river today, so this is absolutely perfect. But look at the sheer size of this. This is a petrol station, and there's more in there. They have the hunting equipment in that section. But this goes all the way back. Look how far the lights go. It's like infinite. This is petrol station food on a
Style choice, and more like a glimpse into a future they didn't know already existed. Visitors often land on the exact same line, almost word for word. I didn't think this was real. And that's really the through line of this whole section. It's not one single feature that impresses people. It's the compounding effect of a dozen small conveniences stacked on top of each other, until an ordinary errand starts to feel like something out of a movie. This is consistently the highest performing type of reaction in this entire category, and once you understand why, it's not hard to see the pattern. Most people associate America almost entirely with cities, malls, highways, and skyscrapers. Nobody warns them that the same country is also home to some of the most dramatic natural landscapes on the planet, often just a few hours' drive from a major international airport. That contrast is exactly what makes this moment hit so hard on camera. There's no marketing campaign standing between the visitor and what they're looking at. No filter, no influencer voiceover, no curated angle. Just raw scale, raw silence, and a reaction that can't be faked. This is the moment the overhyped narrative fully collapses, because nature doesn't need to sell itself. It simply is what it is, and it speaks for itself every single time the camera catches someone seeing it for the first time. And there's something else worth noticing here. By this point in the trip, most visitors have already had their assumptions challenged by the technology, the grocery stores, and the roads. So when they finally stand at the edge of something like the Grand Canyon, it isn't just a beautiful view anymore.
America truly has the most unique spots in the world. This is Yellowstone National Park, and this is a hot spring. It looks unbelievable, and we just walked through there. It's so nice and warm, and there's another one over there. Look at this, man.
Holy mother of nature. Check out this waterfall in Sequoia. You guys are telling me you have this on your doorstep in California? Are you serious? Insane. This is incredible. America, you are beautiful.
It's the final piece of evidence in an argument they didn't even realize they were building against their own expectations. Many travelers arrive expecting the opposite of what they end up filming. They've heard the stereotypes about rushed, transactional, distant interactions, and they pack that expectation right alongside their luggage. What they find instead, over and over, on camera, unscripted, is a level of everyday warmth that genuinely catches them off guard. It's worth being honest here. It's not that every single interaction is perfect, and it's not that this happens in every corner of the country in exactly the same way. But the baseline friendliness, the willingness of a total stranger to stop, help, chat, or go a little out of their way, shows up consistently enough that visitors start to notice a pattern rather than a one-off exception. And once they notice it, they start actively looking for it, filming it, and sharing it, because it doesn't match the version of America the media prepared them for. That gap between the cold, indifferent country they were warned about and the warm, talkative one they actually experience might be the single most repeated theme across every reaction video in this entire genre. It's not flashy. It doesn't involve a canyon or a warehouse store, but it might be the moment that sticks with people the longest after they fly home. If a moment like that has ever surprised you too, whether you experienced it here or somewhere else entirely, drop a comment below and tell us where it happened. I read every single one, and I want to hear your story. The plate arrives, and the conversation stops for a second. It's enough food for 2 or 3 people back home, sitting in front of just one person who ordered what they assumed was a normal breakfast. The reaction is almost always the same sequence: a pause, a laugh, and some version of, "We need to come back here every day." This is the final crack in the overhyped theory, and in some ways, it's the most personal one. It's the realization that American culture was never just skyscrapers, highways, and national parks. It's also diners at 2 in the morning, gas stations the size of small malls, and small, unscripted moments of hospitality that never make it onto a postcard, but somehow end up being what people remember most, years after the trip is over. By this point, visitors aren't just reacting to individual moments anymore. They're starting to connect the dots between everything they've seen: the technology, the stores, the roads, the landscapes, the people, and the food, and realizing it all adds up to something they weren't prepared for. So here's the pattern that shows up across every single one of these 7 moments. It's never the polished, curated version of America that changes minds. It's the unscripted, everyday version: the drive-through pharmacy, the stranger who stops to help, the plate of food that's twice the size anyone expected, the canyon that goes on for as far as the eye can see. People don't arrive skeptical because they hate the idea of America. They arrive skeptical because the loudest voices online tend to focus almost entirely on what's wrong. But when real people show up with a camera and film their honest, unfiltered reactions, a different story keeps showing up on repeat: a country that's bigger, warmer, and more surprising than the headlines ever suggested. So let me ask you the same question these travelers kept asking themselves out loud, on camera, in real time. Was it ever really overhyped, or was it just underestimated? Let me know in the comments which of these 7 moments surprised you the most. And if you've had a similar experience yourself, share it below. I want to hear it. If this video gave you a new way to look at something familiar, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. See you in the next one.